Surah Al-An, the cattle. It's a name that seems simple, almost agricultural, but it points to a profound theme within the chapter: how we perceive value, what we dedicate our lives to, and the source of all sustenance. This is the 6th chapter of the Quran, a lengthy and powerful text of 165 verses. So, what's the big picture? In essence, Surah Al-An lays out a comprehensive foundation of faith. It answers the fundamental questions: who is God? Why does pure, unadulterated monotheism matter so deeply? And most personally, what does that mean for how I live my life, day in and day out? Revealed in the mid-Meccan period, this surah addresses a society steeped in polytheism and skepticism. Its core message is a powerful call to belief, to tawhid, the absolute oneness of God. It builds the pillars of faith, the reality of divine revelation, the necessity of messengers, and the certainty of resurrection. The surah opens with resounding praise for the Almighty, the sole creator of the heavens and the earth, the knower of all that is seen and unseen, the ultimate sustainer of every living thing. At the time, Makkah's skeptics were dismissive. They demanded flashy, undeniable miracles as proof of prophethood. The Quran's response is to redirect their gaze. It points out how they consistently ignored the profound, ever-present signs all around them. In the intricate tapestry of the sky, the miracle of crops growing from barren earth, and the perfect alternation of night and day. And this is precisely why it matters so much now. In a world saturated with distractions, the surah teaches us to read our reality like scripture. It invites us to find profound ethics, purpose, and divine artistry in nature, rather than dismissing it all as random, meaningless noise. It calls out the worship of idols, not just the stone statues of old, but the modern ones too. It challenges us to identify anything we obey over the truth, whether it's wealth, status, cultural pressure, or our own desires. To illustrate this journey, we meet Prophet Abraham. The surah beautifully recounts his intellectual and spiritual quest, as he logically questions the worship of celestial bodies. He observes the stars, the moon, and the sun, but concludes that since they all set and disappear, they cannot be the eternal, unchanging God. His story is a lesson for us, to follow the clearest evidence and use our reason to arrive at the truth, even if it means breaking with the comfortable traditions and assumptions of our community. The theme of accountability is another cornerstone. The surah draws a stark contrast between the ultimate fate of believers and deniers after death. It makes it clear that on the day of judgment, no intercessor can override God's perfect justice. Our reward and our punishment are tied directly to the deeds and intentions we cultivated in this life. As verse 61 powerfully states, God's absolute command is over all his servants. This isn't a distant, detached authority. Classical commentators like Ibn Kathir explain this verse by describing the angel of death, who is accompanied by assisting angels, ensuring that every soul's departure is precisely ordained. The point is unmistakable. Our lives are supervised, recorded, and meaningful, not accidental or chaotic. Facing this resistance, the surah urges patience and tells the prophet to remain steadfast, to stick to the message without compromise, no shortcuts and no performing spectacles just to win approval. It also reaffirms the continuity of revelation, stating that the Quran confirms the essential truths of earlier scriptures, and that all prophets, from Abraham to Muhammad, form one single, unbroken chain of guidance. This grand theology is then connected to law and daily life, discussing practical matters like what is permitted to eat, emphasizing that the intention behind our actions is what truly matters. So, to sum it all up, Surah Al-An is a call to clarity. First, know your Creator through the signs He has placed everywhere. Second, audit your loyalties, identify and dismantle the modern idols you might be serving. And third, love like accountability is real, because it is. This means approaching life with intention, recognizing that our choices, words, and deeds are being recorded and will be weighed. It's about aligning your entire existence, your prayers, your sacrifices, your living, and your dying, with the one Lord of all worlds. When you start there, with that foundational clarity, the rest of the Quran, and indeed life itself, begins to click into place. Thanks for watching.